Day. Art says, I was thinking about how I'm glad I unsubbed to most of these children's entertainers a while ago. Their videos are too light on value. Buskers are street performers who haul out a bucket hoping for coins to be tossed in. These buckets, sadly, well, they hold water. These buckets, sadly, can also. Did you say that? Oh, man! Damn! Damn, that's amazing. Wow, we synced it up. See? He's thinking just like me. Sorry, that just gives me the giggles there. I'm trying to get through Wood's Patreon podcast. He has 3 parts to it, maybe for the sake of confusion or to confuse or overwhelm the viewer. There's 3 parts to that. I remember seeing something like that, but is that a 3-part video? The fuck? I like how fired up he is, but he has nothing. First part, he argues how he provides a service. He simply puts a tip jar there without expectation. Equates himself to being a waiter, delivering water all night, rushing over to fill the cup, give $2 at the end of the night, no protest there. A waiter lives off tips and expects them, but Wood is telling us that there is no expectations. Clear as mud. Plus, what has Wood done past that other creators earn that $2 at the end of the video? Overstaying his visa. Hey, I don't know anything about that, all right? I can't verify anything with the visa. I don't know anything about that, okay? So ask somebody else. I don't know anything about that shit. He just stayed put and avoided the airport. He says in the first part, I don't want to name names, but I'm gonna name 3 other donks with Patreon. When I think of donk, I think of big booties. You know, donkadonks. I don't know, maybe it means something else from where you're from, not sure. This is the kind of edgy, high-risk naming he does of guys who deserve tips. Wow, what courage! What guts! Oh my, how I admire him! Laugh out loud. I'm trying to get to the second of his 3 major arguments, but it's like a terrible movie. Takes energy to plow through it, like the movie Jersey Girl. Ooh, comparing him to Jersey Girl? That's cold-blooded, man. Dumb as crumb, Donkersons, most of them. Well, okay, here's the thing about Patreon, all right? It's supposed to be a tip jar. I always hear that it's a tip jar. And the problem, if he used that, comparing that to waiters, how they serve you water all night, they, bring you bread, and they live mostly off their tips, there's problems with that. The first problem is, I don't know about you, but I've never went to a restaurant and seen a waiter, after they bring you the menu, have a second menu of long fucking tiers of tips. Tip tiers. Here's the problem. Beat 'em Ups currently has almost 500,000 subscribers. You can imagine the ungodly amount of ad revenue he gets from his videos. Now, I'll be generous and I'll cut that in half, because when he made this video was back in 2016, March 31st of 2016, that all these other YouTubers rallied around. Let's say he had lowball 200,000 subscribers at that point. Well, shit, Dreamcast Guy doesn't even have 200,000 subscribers. He's living. RGT85, famously last year, around February, made a big deal how he had so much money he made on YouTube, he was able to quit his job, okay? So, this guy is sitting pretty right now. That's not added to all the shit people send him for free. So he's doing fine, okay? So I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear this shit anymore about how these people need your tips, how they're just like waiters. Let me ask you this. If your waiter was making $30, $40 an hour at work, would you give them a fucking tip? I don't want to hear that bullshit.